Minister of Labour Joseph Hamilton on Friday wrote the Surinamese management of SOL Guyana Inc., inviting them to a meeting at his office set for May 6, 2021. At that meeting, the minister, along with Labour officers, hoped to address the complaints of workers, which include the company's failure to pay overtime and the implementation of foreign rules in relation to the issue. Workers who have challenged the company on the issues have also complained of threats and intimidation from management. An employee who asked to remain anonymous told the newsroom that the company paid overtime up until the start of the pandemic in March 2020. Soon after, it was taken away because of the economic challenges COVID-19 posed. More than a year later, with the reopening of the economy and businesses back to normal, workers say their overtime is still not being paid. They complain that with the arrival of a new operations manager from Suriname, the company has sought to introduce a system where instead of paying overtime, workers will be given back the hours as days off. This, Minister Hamilton says, is totally against the laws of Guyana.
Breaking the law in a substantial way. It is not overtime issues now. Apparently in Suriname, they don't pay overtime.
Right.
What they do is calculate the overtime and they give you as day off.
Right.
So that is what they apparently has migrated here. But the law here is you have to pay money.
According to the laws of Guyana, overtime is to be paid after every 8-hour shift. Hamilton said when he visited SOL's head office on Friday, he was told that the general manager, Earl Carabon, along with the operations manager, Ashrin Tikai, both Surinamese, were unavailable. He said he managed to speak to the finance manager and a project engineer. However, both persons were prevented from providing information on the situation by the general manager, who was on the phone.
I would dare say what the workers were owed over the period, they have to pay them. Because the workers didn't ask for a day off. As an employer, you have to obey the law. And what is upsetting is that I heard, because of this constant complaints and queries of staff, this week it boiled over because this operations manager summoned a meeting of the workers and basically threatened them.
Hamilton, in a direct message to the workers, said they have nothing to be afraid of.
Speaking to the workers here now, who works with SOL, that you have nothing to fear. You have nothing to fear via people attempting to intimidate you by speaking up and out for your rights and seeking intervention from the authorities. Any such attempt to penalize people for standing up for their rights at that company or any other company, we will take it to the other place.
The newsroom also reached out to the General Workers Union that represents the staff of SOL Guyana. The union's General Secretary Pancham Singh said there was a meeting between the two sides recently where the matter was resolved. He said the union received some of the same complaints and was subsequently informed that some employees who were owed overtime had begun to be paid. Several workers who spoke to the newsroom on Friday claimed that their overtime payments were still outstanding, with a continued insistence from the company to offer days off instead of payment.